The world of cars is about to be flipped on its head, not by a flashy new electric supercar, but by a silent revolution bubbling up from the east. Imagine a car that could drive you across the entire length of a massive country, turn around, and nearly get you back without stopping for gas or a charge. Sounds impossible, right? For years, we've heard promises of a greener future, but hitting the road always meant compromise. Either sky-high prices for electric dreams or sticking with old-school gas guzzlers. But what if a new technology just dropped that obliterates those compromises, offering unbelievable range and shocking affordability, all while quietly challenging the kings of the car industry? Get ready, because a massive shift is underway, and it's happening faster than anyone expected. Just recently, a Chinese auto giant you might not know much about yet, BYD, pulled back the curtain on something truly wild. They unveiled their 5th-generation DMI hybrid system, and the numbers it promises are borderline unbelievable. We're talking about a thermal efficiency of over 46%. That's practically squeezing every single usable drop of energy out of fuel, leaving most other car engines in the dust. To put that in perspective, the engine's powering. Most cars on the road today are stuck way back in the 30 to 40% range. This isn't just a technical detail, it means a dramatic reduction in wasted energy and, crucially, way less fuel burned. But the real headline grabber? When the battery dips low, this system sips fuel at an astonishing rate. Just 2.9 liters for every 100 kilometers. Compare that to a typical car, and you're talking about using less than half, maybe even a third of the fuel. This incredible efficiency combines with a charged battery to unlock that mind-bending range, up to 2,100 kilometers on a full tank and charge. Think about that. New York City all the way down to Miami, Florida, and back again, without needing to pull over at a gas station or hunt for a charger. This kind of range isn't just impressive. For millions, it changes everything about owning a car, especially a green one. And it's made possible by pairing an efficient engine with BYD's renowned Blade battery technology, which is rumored to be tougher and safer than many alternatives, plus some seriously high-tech electric motors, and cutting-edge silicon carbide chips pushing the boundaries of performance and efficiency. Compared to even the most respected hybrid systems from giants like Toyota, reports suggest BYD's DMI is pushing the envelope further on fuel savings and electric-only capability. It's not just greener. For many drivers, it's becoming the smarter, more practical choice. This takes us straight to one of the biggest fears holding people back from electric cars: range anxiety. Planning a road trip can become a stressful mapping exercise centered around charging stations. For anyone living outside major urban centers, in vast countries like Australia or Brazil, or in regions with developing infrastructure like parts of Southeast Asia, that worry about running out of juice is a very real problem. The 2,100 kilometers range, offered by BYD's DMI system, doesn't just reduce that anxiety, it essentially wipes it out. It gives you the freedom to drive long distances, even through areas where charging points are sparse or non-existent, relying on the gasoline engine as a failsafe when needed. This flexibility bridges the gap between the familiar world of gas cars and the future of electric, making the transition feel less like a leap of faith and more like a logical next step. It's the eco-friendly promise of electric without the stress of being tethered to a charging network. But this revolution isn't just about going further. It's about opening the door to millions who thought green driving was out of reach. Fully electric vehicles often come with a premium price tag that can easily add tens of thousands of dollars to the cost compared to a traditional car. For working families, young buyers, or people in developing economies, that cost difference is a non-starter. BYD is reportedly shattering this financial barrier by offering cars equipped with the DMI system at prices that directly compete with, or even undercut, equivalent gasoline cars. Take the BYD CEO 05 DMI sedan, which in China, according to reports, starts at a jaw-dropping 12,250. This isn't just a small discount. It's a price point that makes advanced hybrid technology accessible on a scale the world hasn't seen before. This affordability, combined with government incentives in markets like China and Europe pushing for greener transport, is making the decision to go hybrid almost a no-brainer for everyday drivers looking to save money and the planet simultaneously. It's democratizing green tech, one affordable car at a time. And here's where it gets really interesting. These aren't just basic, stripped-down budget cars. Some models featuring the DMI system are reportedly packing serious tech. We're talking about things like LiDAR sensors and support for urban navigate on autopilot systems. In simple terms, that means the car can handle much of the driving in complex city environments, navigating traffic, stopping for lights, watching out for pedestrians, with minimal human input. Imagine navigating rush-hour traffic while the car takes care of the stop-and-go grind. This integration of high-level autonomous driving features, often associated with premium, fully electric vehicles like Tesla's, into affordable hybrids, is completely changing expectations. It proves you don't need to break the bank or commit to a full EV to experience the leading edge of automotive technology. It's a potent combination of efficiency, affordability, and unexpected smart features that is forcing competitors across the board to rethink their strategies. And BYD isn't just selling these cars at home. They are launching a massive global push. Reports indicate they are now taking the DMI system to over 95 countries, from the bustling streets of Thailand to the vast landscapes of Australia and the growing markets of Brazil. They're not just shipping cars, they are reportedly building factories in places like Hungary, Turkey, Brazil, and Thailand, planting roots and signaling a long-term commitment to these markets. In Australia, models like the BYD CEO 6 Plus DMI are already making waves, offering substantial electric-only range and a price point that's reportedly undercutting rivals. This aggressive global expansion isn't just about selling cars, it's about rapidly establishing BYD as a major international player, disrupting established market dynamics with speed and scale. This rapid global expansion and the compelling package of the DMI system, long range, low price, decent tech, is reportedly sending shockwaves through the entire auto industry. Established giants like Toyota, Hyundai, and Volkswagen, who have long dominated global markets, are suddenly facing a formidable new challenger. BYD's success, particularly with hybrids, is putting immense pressure on these companies. In markets like Thailand, BYD has reportedly become the top-selling green car brand, leapfrogging competitors. In Brazil, BYD models are said to be outselling established rivals by offering a combination of lower prices and perceived high quality. The DMI system's appeal, especially in countries where EV charging infrastructure is still catching up, is making hybrids so attractive that they are pulling customers away from traditional gasoline cars and forcing competitors to either lower their prices significantly or accelerate their own hybrid development plans. It's a high-stakes game of catch-up being played out on a global scale, and perhaps no company is feeling the heat more directly than Elon Musk's Tesla. For years, Tesla has been the undisputed leader, defining what an EV could be. Fast, stylish, high-tech. But now, BYD is reportedly launching a direct assault on Tesla's market dominance, not just with full EVs, but with these incredibly effective and affordable hybrids. While Tesla sold around 1.79 million EVs in 2024, reports indicate BYD sold a staggering 4.27 million new energy vehicles, a category that includes their massively popular hybrids, bringing them incredibly close to matching Tesla's EV volume. In Europe, reports from February 2025 show BYD's sales soaring by 94%, while Tesla's dropped by 44%. Chinese brands led by BYD are reportedly offering cars with advanced features like LiDAR and urban autopilot at prices Tesla simply cannot currently match, making them a major threat. Even Musk himself reportedly acknowledged in 2024 that Chinese carmakers could potentially demolish global rivals if not for trade barriers. The playing field is rapidly changing, and Tesla is finding itself increasingly challenged on multiple fronts. However, this battle isn't just about technology and price, it's also being fought in the political arena. BYD's rapid rise and competitive pricing, fueled in part by reported substantial government subsidies in China, have triggered protectionist measures in key Western markets. The United States has reportedly imposed a massive 100% tariff on Chinese cars, effectively blocking BYD's passenger vehicles from entering the American market for now. This doubles the price, making them instantly uncompetitive. The European Union has also added tariffs, reportedly up to 17.4%, which could make BYD cars less competitive there, although BYD is attempting to circumvent this by building local factories. These tariffs are driven by fears that heavily subsidized Chinese vehicles could flood their markets and cripple domestic auto industries. For instance, reports from 2022 stated BYD received billions in subsidies, helping maintain their low prices. Countries like Germany reportedly worry that affordable BYD cars could significantly impact sales of local brands like Volkswagen. It's a geopolitical chess match being played out with cars as the pawns. Adding to Tesla's challenges is a factor that's reportedly harder to quantify: the impact of Elon Musk's own brand and public persona. While his outspoken nature has built a legion of fans, reports suggest his increasingly visible political stance is alienating a segment of customers in key international markets. In Europe, reports claim protests linked to Musk's political ties have targeted Tesla dealerships, with instances of vandalism reported, potentially damaging the brand's image. Similarly, in China, Tesla's second-largest market, reports in early 2025 showed sales falling, while local rivals like BYD and Xiaomi saw gains. It's been said that Chinese buyers are increasingly favoring local brands that offer cutting-edge tech at lower prices. This reported backlash against Musk's public activities, combined with intense local competition, is reportedly creating vulnerabilities for Tesla that rivals are eager to exploit. Furthermore, Tesla's vehicle lineup is reportedly beginning to show its age, with models like the Model 3 and Model Y not receiving major updates in years, while competitors like BYD and Hyundai are rapidly launching fresh designs packed with new features. The highly anticipated lower-cost Tesla model, codenamed Redwood, isn't expected until mid-2025, giving competitors more time to gain ground. It's been speculated that Tesla's intense focus on futuristic projects like autonomous robo-taxis might be diverting attention from developing the more affordable, updated cars that a larger segment of the market currently desires. So, what does this mean for the future and for the established players like Tesla? BYD has clearly demonstrated that affordable, long-range hybrids are a powerful force, tapping into a massive segment of buyers who are either unwilling or unable to go fully electric yet. Traditional automakers are now scrambling to compete, accelerating their own hybrid and EV plans. Meanwhile, Tesla faces pressure on multiple fronts: direct competition from rivals like BYD on price and potentially tech pace, a rising global preference for hybrids that Tesla doesn't offer, and the significant political barriers threatening market access. Added to this are the reportedly self-inflicted wounds stemming from Musk's public image potentially impacting sales. Can Tesla lower prices enough without hurting profits? Can they refresh their lineup and launch new models quickly enough to regain momentum? Can Musk navigate the political landscape and mitigate the reported damage to the brand? BYD is showing the world that the path to greener transportation might be paved with practical, affordable hybrids, not just high-end EVs. The game has fundamentally changed. The question isn't just about who builds the best electric car anymore. It's about who can offer the most compelling, accessible, and practical vision for the future of driving, navigating a complex global market filled with both technological disruption and political minefields. It's a race where the finish line is constantly shifting, and the former frontrunner is suddenly looking over its shoulder. BYD's DMI system is more than just an engine. It's a challenge to the status quo, proving that impressive range and low cost can coexist. Whether you need a car for city commuting or cross-country adventures, they're making a strong case for the hybrid path. What do you think this means for the future of cars? Is this the end of the all-electric dominance, or just a temporary detour? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If this look at the changing auto world was interesting, hit that like button and subscribe to stay ahead of the curve on the innovations shaping our future. The automotive world as we know it is facing a seismic shift, a disruption so profound it could redefine how millions of people drive, challenging the very titans who've ruled the roads for decades. It's not the roar of a new supercar or the sleek promise of a luxury EV leading the charge this time. Instead, it's a quiet revolution originating in China, powered by a technology that, just months ago, sounded like something out of science fiction. Imagine a single tank of fuel and a single battery charge getting you from the southern tip of Florida all the way up the eastern seaboard, past New York City, and deep into Canada without stopping. This isn't a far-fetched concept anymore. It's reportedly the reality delivered by a new system promising an unprecedented blend of efficiency, range, and, perhaps most shocking of all, affordability. Prepare to look at the future of driving through a completely different lens because the rules of the game are about to change, and a Chinese giant named BYD is holding the cards. In May 2024, BYD, a name that's rapidly gaining global notoriety, unveiled its fifth-generation dual-mode intelligence, or DMI, hybrid system. Forget everything you thought you knew about hybrids being a mere compromise. This system is reportedly pushing boundaries thought impossible just a few years ago. At its core lies a thermal efficiency figure that makes engineers around the world sit up and take notice. A staggering 46.06%. What does that number actually mean? It's a measure of how much energy an engine wrings out of the fuel it burns. Most gasoline engines operate somewhere between 30 and 40% efficiency. 46% is a leap forward that translates directly into burning far less fuel for the same amount of power, drastically cutting emissions and fuel costs. It's about optimizing every single drop of energy, leaving precious little to waste. But the truly headline-grabbing figure, the one that has everyone talking, is the real-world impact on range and fuel consumption. When the battery is depleted, and the gasoline engine takes over for charging or supplementary power, this system reportedly consumes an astonishingly low 2.9 liters of fuel per 100 kilometers. That's the kind of fuel economy you'd expect from the most miserly compact cars, but it's enabling something much bigger. Coupled with a fully charged battery, the fifth-generation DMI boasts a total range of up to 2,100 kilometers. 2. Underscore just how revolutionary that is. Picture this: driving non-stop from Paris, France to Madrid, Spain, and back again. Or covering the vast distance from Sydney to Melbourne in Australia multiple times over. This kind of range isn't just convenient. It redefines the practical limits of hybrid travel. It's reportedly achieved through the harmonious integration of a highly efficient 1.5-liter or 1.5-liter turbocharged engine, combined with BYD's well-regarded Blade battery technology, rumored for its safety and durability, high performance, electric motors, and cutting-edge silicon carbide power electronics that optimize energy flow. Compared to even the most established hybrid players like Toyota, reports indicate the DMI 5.0 is setting new benchmarks for both fuel economy and the distance achievable on electric power alone, quickly making it a dominant force, particularly in BYD's home market and now beyond. This breakthrough range directly tackles one of the biggest psychological hurdles preventing widespread adoption of electric vehicles: the dreaded range anxiety. That knot in your stomach when the battery indicator dips low and you start frantically searching for the nearest charging station, unsure if you'll make it. This fear is acutely felt by drivers in sprawling rural areas or in countries where EV charging infrastructure is still nascent, places in South America, large parts of Africa, or regional areas across Europe and Asia. The promise of 2,100 kilometers on a single fill-up and charge isn't just a technical spec, it's freedom. It means spontaneous road trips without meticulous planning around charging stops. It means reliability, knowing you have the gasoline backup even if you're miles from anywhere with a charger. This capability makes the transition to an electrified vehicle feel less like a risky commitment and more like a seamless upgrade. offering the environmental benefits of electric driving with the absolute confidence of a massive total range. It's making going green feel practical, even for those who rely on long-distance travel. But perhaps the most disruptive aspect of BYD's DMI revolution is how it's reportedly tackling the issue of cost. Historically, environmentally friendly cars, especially electric ones, have come with a significant price premium, placing them out of reach for a large portion of the global population. This has been a major roadblock to accelerating the world's transition to sustainable transportation. BYD is reportedly shattering this financial barrier by offering vehicles equipped with this advanced DMI system at price points that don't just compete with gasoline cars. They are, in many cases, cheaper. Take the BYD CEO 05 DMI sedan again. Rumors and reports from China put its starting price at an almost unbelievable 12,250 euros. Consider that for a moment. A modern, technologically advanced hybrid vehicle with over 2,000 kilometers of range, potentially costing less than many basic gasoline-powered cars available globally. This kind of aggressive pricing, amplified by substantial government incentives reportedly available in places like China and parts of Europe aimed at encouraging adoption of new energy vehicles, is reportedly making hybrid ownership accessible to millions who could never afford an electric car before. It's a strategy that prioritizes mass-market adoption by making green tech surprisingly affordable, effectively democratizing access to cleaner transportation on an unprecedented scale. Yet, these vehicles aren't just budget-friendly runabouts built solely for efficiency. BYD is reportedly integrating surprisingly sophisticated technology into their DMI-equipped models, blurring the lines between affordability and advanced features. Certain models, like the BYD CEO 07 DMI, are rumored to feature LiDAR technology and support for advanced driver assistance systems, including Urban Navigation Autopilot, NOA. What does this mean in plain English? These cars are reportedly capable of handling much of the complexity of city driving themselves, navigating intersections, reacting to traffic lights, and maneuvering through urban congestion with minimal human input. This level of autonomous driving capability has typically been reserved for high-end vehicles, often associated with brands like Tesla. The fact that BYD is reportedly offering this kind of cutting-edge tech alongside phenomenal range and fuel efficiency in vehicles starting at such low price points represents a significant shift. It's challenging the traditional hierarchy of automotive features, forcing competitors to consider how they can offer similar tech without inflating prices out of reach for the average buyer. It's creating a new standard for what consumers can expect from an affordable, practical vehicle, and BYD is not content to keep this revolution contained within China's borders. They have reportedly launched an ambitious and aggressive global expansion strategy, taking their DMI technology and vehicle lineup to over 95 countries around the world. From the major markets in Europe and Southeast Asia to the burgeoning economies of South America and Australia, BYD is establishing a formidable international presence. This isn't just about exporting cars. BYD is reportedly committing significant resources to building local manufacturing facilities in key regions like Hungary, Turkey, Brazil, and Thailand. This strategy serves multiple purposes. It helps circumvent potential trade barriers and tariffs, a major challenge we'll discuss later, reduces logistical costs, shortens delivery times, and allows BYD to build local relationships and adapt products to specific market needs. This rapid physical expansion is a clear signal of BYD's long-term global ambitions, positioning them not just as an exporter, but as a truly international manufacturing force capable of challenging established automotive powers on their home turf. In markets like Australia, reports suggest specific DMI models like the CO06 Plus are already proving popular due to their substantial electric-only range and competitive pricing. This relentless global push, armed with the compelling combination of the DMI system's performance, affordability, and technology, is reportedly creating immense pressure on the world's long-standing automotive giants. Companies like Toyota, known for their hybrid expertise, Hyundai, and the Volkswagen Group, with their vast global footprints, are suddenly facing a new kind of threat. BYD's DMI-equipped vehicles are reportedly winning market share at a rapid pace, particularly in markets where hybrid vehicles are seen as a practical intermediate step towards full electrification, or where charging infrastructure isn't fully developed. In Thailand, BYD has reportedly surged to become the top-selling brand for new energy vehicles.